Hello again, and in this video I am going to recount the experiences that I've had with the one known as Archangel Michael. It started sometime in 2012 when I had experienced a very powerful heartbreak, and I was in such despair that I felt that it would be appropriate to ask for divine assistance. And I had never prayed or given much thought to the angelic realm too much beforehand, but at the time the New Age community was coming out with a lot of information about angels in the angelic realm, and a lot of people were communicating with angels. So I knew enough about angels to know that Archangel Raphael was the angel of healing, and so I went to Raphael for help with my anxiety. So whenever I felt the anxiety swelling up in my sternum, I called out to Archangel Raphael. I sat down, I did Reiki, and I did breath work until it was more manageable or until it all went away. After that experience, I wanted to connect more to the angelic realm. So my next archangel was Archangel Gabriel, who I asked to guide me to the next step. And not long after, I found a teacher who would then teach me automatic writing. And with her help, I was able to connect with more entities, and who was so eager to connect with me the most but Archangel Michael. So I was practicing automatic writing, and it was hard at first, but it was the interest in channeling which really motivated me. And skipping ahead in the timeline, I got caught hopping freight. I had to volunteer at a food drive, and while sorting their mail, I had this epiphany that I was somehow really strongly connected to Archangel Michael. And at some point during that time, I really wanted to come up with a name for myself, because my birth name really didn't resonate with me, and I wanted something that made me feel like that expressed why I was here, what I'm supposed to be doing here, my purpose. So I asked Archangel Michael to help me find a name that suited me best, and that's when I found the name Fide, which in Latin, fides means faith. It was years later, when the spiritual community started coming out with more detailed information about the angelic realm and twin flames, that I learned that Lady Faith was the name of Archangel Michael's twin flame. And that made me feel even more connected to Archangel Michael. So little things would come up in my life and point to Archangel Michael's presence. I would pull a random tarot card in a spontaneous draw, and there's Archangel Michael. A psychic reading comes up and Archangel Michael has a message for me. I turn my head and there's a statue or a portrait of Archangel Michael. This person's name is Michael. So there's these little things that pop up in my life, and I learned that these and many other ways are how the angelic realm communicate with us.
Fast forward again, and I'm in Kentucky.
And I'm once again guided to a teacher, but this time it's many teachers. And Wednesday nights are dedicated to channeling with a fabulous group of psychic women who I learned so much from. And I did get to channel many higher dimensional beings, and one of them was Archangel Michael. I only channeled him once, and it was really powerful. I could feel this really strong presence coming over me from the top of my head. I could feel like this energy aligning me and connecting me to Archangel Michael, and I could feel like his power, and I just couldn't speak really high because I was so afraid I was going to break this concentration that I had. And I remember that he wanted to do some kind of spiritual activism, but the room wasn't really aligned for that kind of work. The ladies mostly focused on helping the living and the deceased move on. And so that kind of light work that Archangel Michael was proposing wasn't in alignment with what everyone else was trying to do. I have a lot of respect for Archangel Michael because I do believe you need a lot of patience to deal with me. Over time, I developed a better understanding of Archangel Michael and developed a deeper relationship with them. Sometimes they communicate with me telepathically, and sometimes I kind of send them a little mental email and wait for a better time when I'm more receptive to receive their message. The last intense experience that I had was seeing them when I moved to Oregon. So I saw a shadow of Archangel Michael and Mother Mary. This was late at night, and I was going to sleep, and I had a bunch of junk spread out everywhere, and there was a bunch of blankets kind of just like pushed to the side on this couch, and the way the light from whatever was in my room was casting on these blankets, it made the perfect silhouette of this image of Archangel Michael and Mother Mary, and it just looked like them. Like the way that the blankets moved around, and there were points of light within the shadow, and it looked like it had eyes, and it looked like it had definition, and it was really realistic. And I was just really overwhelmed by it, and I was kind of giddy and excited, like, oh my gosh, because I've been wanting to see higher dimensional entities, and I know that I have to raise my vibration to do so. But I also have a lot of issues with my clairvoyance, so that puts a lot of blocks on me. So this was a really amazing episode in my life where I felt like I was beginning to see them in the third dimension. Like this was a step towards that beginning. Archangel Michael has been there for me, encouraging me, inspiring me, motivating me, and offering little suggestions now and then. Archangel Michael is strongly connected with the throat chakra and carries a strong activist energy and encourages people to speak out and share the universal truth. Also, there's a lot of focus on getting things done and not letting any obstacles block the path to success. There are many warriors in Archangel Michael's legion of activists, and this archangel is ready to assist their comrades in anchoring the universal truths to the new 5D Earth. Angels and other higher dimensional entities are always around us, and I enjoy directly and indirectly having them in my life, and I'm grateful for their company, their guidance, and their inspiration. I made this video with the intention of encouraging others to connect with the angelic realm if they feel called to do so. You don't need to be a mystic or a high-ranking member of the church to communicate with higher vibrating forms of consciousness. All are worthy of communicating with the angelic realm. They are ready to assist the willing and determined. We have the power to create change in harmony with nature, in peace with all life. Honor your divine heritage and speak freely with the orders of love and light. If you feel connected to this message, please click the appropriate buttons. Good luck on your spiritual journey. Live long and prosper.